Hello everyone, welcome to the next lecture on Module 4. In this video, let us learn the correlationship between the two variables and the line of regressions that best fits for the given data. So what is correlation? Correlation is nothing but it is a statistical technique that is used to find the relationship between two or more variables. Correlations can be of two types. One is positive correlation, that is nothing but the increase in the value of one variable corresponds to the increase in the other. Then we are going to say that the two variables are positively correlated. For example, the positive correlation would be the height and weight of a person. Increase in the height of the person increases the weight, isn't it? So increase in the one variable corresponds to increase in the other variable, or decrease in the one variable corresponds to decrease in the other variable. Then also we are going to call such kind of relationship as positive correlations. Next is negative correlation. In the case of a negative correlation, the increase in the value of one variable corresponds to decrease in the other, or the decrease in the value of one variable corresponds to increase in the other. Then such type of correlations are called as negative correlation. For example, height above the sea level and temperature. As the height above the sea level increases, the corresponding temperature decreases, isn't it? So, the two variables over here are negatively correlated. Say suppose if there is no relationship between the two variables, then we are going to call such kind of variables as uncorrelated or independent variables. Now to the strength of the relationship between the two variables is calculated using the coefficient of correlation, and it is given by the formula R is equal to summation of x minus x bar into y minus y bar divided by n into sigma x into sigma y, where your x bar and y bar are the means of x and y, and sigma x and sigma y are the standard deviations of x and y, which can be calculated using the formula sigma x is equal to square root of summation of x minus x bar whole square divided by n, and if I choose x minus x bar as capital X, so the same formula can be rewritten as square root of summation of capital X whole square divided by n, and sigma y is given by square root of summation of y minus y bar whole square divided by n, which is equal to square root of summation of capital Y square. Over here capital Y I have chosen it as y minus y bar divided by n. Or you can also calculate sigma x and sigma y by the other formula, which is given by sigma x whole square is equal to summation of x square divided by n minus x bar whole square, and sigma y square is equal to summation of y square divided by n minus y bar whole square. The coefficient of correlation can also be rewritten as, since I have chosen x minus x bar as capital X and y minus y bar as capital Y, so I can also rewrite this equation as summation of x into y divided by square root of summation of x square into summation of y square. Okay. Over here I am just using the formulas of sigma x and sigma y and substituting it, and I am replacing x minus x bar by capital X and y minus y bar as capital Y. so that you are going to get the other formula for finding the coefficient of correlation as this. Or else you can use one more formula which is given by n into summation of xy minus summation of x into summation of y divided by square root of n into summation x square minus summation of x whole square into n into summation of y square minus summation of y whole square. Depending upon the given data, you are going to choose the formula and calculate the coefficient of correlation. Next is lines of regression. The regression line is the line that best fits the data such that the overall distance from the line to the variable values plotted on the graph is smallest. That means you are going to find a linear equation that can be used to predict the values of one variable based on the other. So over here I can speak about two different types of regression lines. One is the regression line of y on x and the other one is the regression line of x on y. The regression line of y on x is nothing but over here you are going to find the values of y from the given values of x. Say for example an equation of the form y is equal to a plus bx, where the x is the independent variable and y is the dependent variable. So over here you are going to predict the values of y from the given values of x using this expression. So this is called the regression line of y on x. The other one is the regression line of x on y. In this case, you are going to find the most probable values of x from the given values of y. That means over here your y is the independent variable and x is the dependent variable. And an equation of the form x is equal to c plus dy represents the regression line of x on y. Now let us derive the lines of regressions when n data points are given. Consider y is equal to a plus bx represents the line of regression of y on x. Then one of the normal equation is given by summation of y is equal to n into a plus b into summation of x. Let me divide the whole equation by n so that the equation reduces to the form summation of y by n is equal to a plus b into summation of x by n. Sum of the values of y divided by the total number is nothing but mean, isn't it? So you have y bar is equal to a plus b into x bar. This means that the regression line passes through the point x bar and y bar, isn't it? Since it satisfies the equation over here, so I can say that the point x bar and y bar lies on the line. Hence the equation of the line passing through the point x bar y bar is given by y minus y bar is equal to m into x minus x bar. Let me just consider y minus y bar as capital Y, that is equal to m into and x minus x bar as capital X. So you have the equation of the form y is equal to m into x. And the normal equation of y is equal to m into x is summation of xy is equal to m into summation of x square. From this equation, m is summation of xy divided by summation of x square. We know that the coefficient of correlation is given by the formula r is equal to summation of xy divided by n into sigma x into sigma y. And the value of sigma x can be calculated using the formula sigma x is equal to square root of summation of x square divided by n. So let me use these two formulas over here so that I can rewrite summation of xy as r into n into sigma x into sigma y, and summation x square I can write it as n into sigma x square. So n and sigma x get cancelled, so that you have m is equal to r into sigma y by sigma x. Let me substitute the value of m in the regression line of the form y minus y bar is equal to m into x minus x bar. So you have the equation of the form y minus y bar is equal to r into sigma y by sigma x into x minus x bar. So this represents the line of regression of y on x when n data points are given to you. Similarly, the line of regression of x on y is given by, you can derive it in the same way, it is equal to x minus x bar is equal to r into sigma x by sigma y into y minus y bar. Then r into sigma y by sigma x, okay, r into sigma y by sigma x is called the regression coefficient of y on x, and r into sigma x by sigma y is called the regression coefficient of x and y. We can relate the coefficient of correlation as well as the regression coefficient by the following relationship, that is, the coefficient of correlation r is the geometric mean of the two regression coefficients. So I can write r is equal to square root of r into sigma y by sigma x into r into sigma x by sigma y. So the coefficient of correlation and the regression coefficients are related by this equation. Just make a note of it. Next, the derivation. If theta is the angle between the regression lines, then we will prove that tan theta is equal to 1 minus r square divided by r into sigma x sigma y divided by sigma x square plus sigma y square. Just make a note of it, where your r over here indicates the coefficient of correlation and sigma x and sigma y corresponds to the standard deviation of x and y. So just consider the two regression lines which is given by the expression y minus y bar is equal to r into sigma y by sigma x into x minus x bar, and x minus x bar is equal to r into sigma x by sigma y into y minus y bar. Then from these two equations we can clearly make out the slope of the tangents are m1 is equal to r into sigma y by sigma x and m2 is equal to 1 by r into sigma y by sigma x. Then we know that tan theta is given by the formula m2 minus m1 divided by 1 plus m1 into m2. Substituting the values of m1 and m2 so that the equation reduces to the form tan theta is equal to m2 over here is 1 by r into sigma y by sigma x minus m1 is r into sigma y by sigma x divided by 1 plus m1 into m2, that is nothing but sigma y square divided by sigma x square. So let me just simplify the terms over here. So take sigma y by sigma x common so that the equation reduces to the form 1 by r minus r into sigma y by sigma x divided by, multiply sigma x square throughout here so that you have sigma x square plus sigma y square divided by sigma x square. Observe over here, I can cancel one of the terms sigma x and observe the denominator's denominator will move on to numerator, so that the equation reduces to the form 1 by r minus r into sigma x sigma y divided by sigma x square plus sigma y square. Also I can rewrite this expression as 1 minus r square by r into sigma x sigma y divided by sigma x square plus sigma y square. So that completes the proof over here. Next we will derive the formula, that is the coefficient of correlation r is given by sigma x square plus sigma y square minus sigma x minus y square divided by 2 sigma x into sigma y. So let me just consider z is equal to x minus y, so that z bar over here indicates the mean of z, that is equal to x bar minus y bar. Then the difference z minus z bar is given by x minus x bar minus of y minus y bar. So let me consider z minus z bar as capital Z, that is equal to x minus x bar as capital X minus y minus y bar as capital Y. Then the square of the z is equal to x minus y whole square, and we know that x minus y whole square is x square plus y square minus 2xy. Just take the summation of this equation, so that the above equation reduces to the form summation of z square is equal to summation of x square plus summation of y square minus 2 into summation of x into y. Just divide the whole expression or the whole equation by n, so that the above equation reduces to the form summation z square by n is equal to summation x square by n plus summation y square by n minus 2 into summation of xy divided by n. But we know that summation of z square by n is equal to sigma z whole square, that is the standard deviation of z whole square, and summation of x square by n is sigma x square, summation of y square by n is sigma y square, and summation of xy by n, x into y by n is r into sigma x into sigma y, where your r over here indicates the coefficient of correlation. So substituting this in the above expression, so the equation is of the form summation z square by n is nothing but sigma z square, that is equal to sigma x square plus sigma y square minus 2 into r sigma x into sigma y. So just rearrange the terms over here, so that you are going to get r is equal to sigma x square plus sigma y square minus sigma z square, but we know that z is nothing but x minus y. So you have sigma x minus y square divided by 2 into sigma x sigma y. So that completes the proof. Now let us concentrate on problems. Here is the first problem. Psychological tests of intelligence and of engineering ability were applied to 10 students, and here is a record of ungrouped data showing intelligence ratio and engineering ratio. Calculate coefficient of correlation. Over here they have given you the intelligence ratio and the engineering ratios of 10 students, and they are expecting you to find the correlation between these two variables. So let me first compute mean of x and mean of y. Okay, mean of x is given by summation of x divided by the number of students over here. Since the number of students over here are 10, so the value of n is equal to 10 here. And let me consider the intelligence ratio as the variable x. So take the sum of the intelligence ratio and divide it by 10, so that you are going to get the value of x bar is equal to 99. Similarly, I can compute the mean of y, which is given by summation of the values of y divided by 10, which is equal to 98. After computing x bar and y bar, find capital X and capital Y for the 10 students. Capital X is given by x minus x bar. Since we know the value of x bar over here is 99, so compute x minus x bar for the 10 students. That is 105 minus 99, that is 6. 104 minus 99, 5. 102 minus 99, 3. 101 minus 99, 2, and so on. Similarly, compute y, which is given by y minus y bar, that is nothing but 101 minus 98, 3. 103 minus 98, 5. 100 minus 98, 2. 98 minus 98, 0, and so on. Okay. After computing capital X and capital Y, find the summation of the squares of x. Okay. Take the squares of x and sum it up. That means 6 square plus 5 square plus 3 square plus 2 square and so on. Okay. So that you are going to get the summation of x square is equal to 170. Similarly, summation of the squares of y is equal to 140. Summation of x into y, capital X into capital Y, will be equal to 92. Then we know that the coefficient of correlation is given by the formula R is equal to summation of xy divided by square root of summation of x square into summation of y square. So just substitute the values of summations over here and simplify it, so that you are going to get the coefficient of correlation to be 0.5963. Okay. So x and y are correlated to an extent of 0.5963 here. Next problem. Compute the coefficient of correlation and the equations of line of regressions for the following data. The values of x and y are given here. For the value of x is equal to 1, y is 9. For x2, y 8, 3, 10, 4, 12, 5, 11, 6, 13 and 7 it is 14. So over here I am going to compute the coefficient of correlation using the formula R is equal to sigma x square plus sigma y square minus sigma x minus y square divided by 2 sigma x into sigma y. So let me choose z is equal to x minus y and compute the value of z here, which is equal to x minus y, that is 1 minus 9 minus 8, 2 minus 8 minus 6, 3 minus 10 minus 7, 4 minus 12 minus 8, 5 minus 11 minus 6, 6 minus 13 minus 7, 7 minus 14 minus 7. Okay. After computing the value of z, compute the mean of x, y and z. Okay. So the mean of x is equal to sum of the values of x divided by n. What is n over here? N is 7. They have given you the 7 datas over here. Therefore, the value of n is 7 here. So summation of x divided by 7 will be equal to 4. Similarly, the sum of the values of y divided by n is equal to 11, and the summation of values of z divided by n, that is divided by 7, is -7. Okay. Then compute sigma x square. Sigma x square is given by the formula summation of x square divided by n minus x bar whole square. So just take the sum of the squares of the values of x and divide it by n. N over here is 7 minus x bar square. X bar square is 4 square. So that you are going to get the value of sigma x square is equal to 4. Okay, the summation of values of the squares of x is 140 divided by 7 minus 4 square, which is equal to 4. Similarly, summation sigma y square is given by summation of y square divided by n minus y bar whole square, which is equal to 875 divided by 7 minus 11 square. Okay, y bar over here is 11. Okay, so that you are going to get the square of the standard deviation of y to be 4. So from the previous slide, we know that sigma x square is equal to 4 and sigma y square is equal to 4. Now we will compute sigma z square, which is given by summation of z square divided by n minus z bar whole square. And the sum of the squares of the z value over here is 347 divided by 7 minus z bar whole square, that is minus 7 whole square, which is equal to 0.57. Now let me substitute it in the formula. So you have the coefficient of correlation R is given by sigma x square plus sigma y square minus sigma z square divided by 2 into sigma x sigma y. So substitute the values of sigma x square, sigma y square, sigma z square and sigma x and sigma y, so that the coefficient of correlation R is equal to 0.93. So that completes the first part of the question. Also they have asked you to find the lines of regressions over here. The equations of the two regression lines are given by the formula y minus y bar is equal to r into sigma y by sigma x into x minus x bar, and x minus x bar is equal to r into sigma x by sigma y into y minus y bar. We know that the mean of y is 11 and the mean of x is 4, r is 0.3, sigma y is 2 and sigma x is 2. So substituting it and then simplifying, okay, on simplification you are going to get the regression line of y on x to be y is equal to 0.93x plus 7.28. Okay, so this is the regression line of y on x. Then the regression line of x on y is given by x minus 4 is equal to r is 0.93 sigma x by sigma y, that is 2 by 2 into y minus 11. Just simplify it so that the regression line of x on y is given by x is equal to 0.93 y minus 6.23. So that completes the problem. Next problem, that is to find the coefficient of correlation and the regression lines for the following data. For x is equal to 2, the value of y is 5. For x is equal to 4, 7. 6, it is 9. 8, it is 8. And for 10, it is 11. So first let me compute the mean of x and y over here. Observe here what is the value of n. N is 5. They have given you the 5 data points. Okay. So the value of n is 5 here. So that x bar is equal to summation of the values of x divided by 5, which is equal to 6. Similarly, the summation of values of y divided by 5, that is equal to 8, which is nothing but the mean of y. So after computing x bar and y bar, compute capital X, which is given by x minus x bar, and capital Y, that is given by y minus y bar. So capital X is equal to x minus x bar, 2 minus 6 minus 4, 4 minus 6 minus 2, 6 minus 6 0, 8 minus 6 2, and 10 minus 6 4. Similarly, y minus y bar is given by 5 minus 8 minus 3, 7 minus 8 minus 1, 9 minus 8 1, 8 minus 8 0, 11 minus 8 3. Okay. So after computing capital X and capital Y, compute summation of squares of x. Okay. Just take the sum of the squares of capital X over here, that is nothing but minus 4 whole square plus minus 2 whole square plus 0 square plus 2 square plus 4 square, that will be equal to 40 here. Similarly, the squares of sum of the squares of capital Y, which will be equal to 20, and the summation of x into y, that will be equal to 26. Okay. Then the lines of regressions of y on x, it is also given by y minus y bar is equal to summation of x into y divided by summation of x square into x minus x bar. So just substitute the summation values and x bar and y bar over here, so that you have the equation to be y minus 8 is equal to summation of xy is 26. So you have 26 divided by summation of x square is 40 into x minus x bar, that is x minus 6. Just simplify it. On simplification, you are going to get the regression line of y on x to be equal to y is equal to 0.65 x plus 4.1. Then the line of regression of x on y is given by x minus x bar is equal to summation of xy divided by summation of y square into y minus y bar. So just substitute the value of x bar, y bar, summation of x into y and summation of y square, and simplify it, so that the regression line of x on y is given by x is equal to 1.3 into y minus 4.4. Then the coefficient of correlation R is equal to, we know that it is the geometric mean of the regression coefficients over here. The regression coefficient of y on x is 0.65 and the regression coefficient of x on y is 1.3. So just take the geometric mean of it, which is equal to square root of 0.65 into 1.3, that is equal to 0.9192. So that completes the problem. Next problem, 8x minus 10y plus 66 is equal to 0 and 40x minus 18y is equal to 214 are the two regression lines. Find mean of x, y and the correlation coefficient. Also, you need to find the value of sigma y if the value of sigma x is equal to 3. Just observe the question over here, students. They are expecting you to find the mean of x and y and the coefficient of correlation. Okay, but instead of the data points, they have given the lines of regression. Using it, you have to find it. Okay, solution. We know that the regression line always passes through mean of x and y. Since it passes through the mean of x and y, hence it should satisfy the equation. Therefore, we have the equation to be 8x bar minus 10y bar is equal to minus 66 and 40x bar minus 18y bar is equal to 214. Solve these two equations so that you are going to get the value of x bar is equal to 13 and the value of y bar is equal to 17. Okay, so that completes the first part of the question over here. Now we will find the correlation coefficient. In order to evaluate the coefficient of correlation, try to rewrite the given regression lines. We know that one of the regression line is 10y is equal to 8x plus 66, dividing throughout by 10, so that you have y is equal to 0.8x plus 6.6, and the other regression line is 40x is equal to 18y plus 214, which implies the value of x or x is equal to 0.45y plus 5.35. That means try to express the given equations, one of the equation y in terms of x and the other equation x in terms of y. Then we know that y bar is equal to 0.8 x bar plus 6.6 and x bar is equal to 0.45 y bar plus 5.35. The equations of regression lines passing through y bar and x bar is given by y minus y bar is equal to r into sigma y by sigma x into x minus x bar, and x minus x bar is equal to r into sigma x by sigma y into y minus y bar, isn't it? So just take the difference of it so that you have y minus y bar is equal to 0.8 into x minus x bar. Okay, just take the difference of these two equations so that you have y minus y bar is equal to 0.8 into x minus x bar. Then take the difference of these two equations so that you have x minus x bar is equal to 0.45 into y minus y bar. Then the regression coefficient of y on x. What is the regression coefficient of y on x? It is 0.8, and the regression coefficient of x on y is 0.45. Then we know that the coefficient of correlation is the geometric mean of the regression coefficients. So take the square root of 0.8 into 0.45, which is equal to 0.6. Just observe over here, students, even in this problem and the last problem, since the regression coefficients of x on y as well as y on x are positive over here, therefore we have to take the coefficient of correlation as positive. Okay. However, the square root of 0.8 into 0.45, it is actually plus or minus 0.6, isn't it? But we are taking the positive value since the regression coefficients are positive here. Both the regression coefficients are positive. Okay. Now to find the last part of the equation, that is to find the value of sigma y when sigma x is equal to 3. We know that r into sigma y by sigma x is 0.8. Okay. Just substitute the value of r as well as sigma x over here in order to obtain the value of sigma y. Therefore, you have the value of sigma y to be equal to 4. Next problem. The two regression equations of the variable x and y are given by x is equal to 19.13 minus 0.87y and y is equal to 11.64 minus 0.5x. Find the mean of x, mean of y and the correlation coefficient. Just observe over here students, even in this problem, instead of the data points, they have given you the regression lines. And using the regression line, they are expecting you to find the correlation coefficient as well as the means of x and y. We know that the regression line always passes through x bar y bar, that is the mean of x and y, and hence it should satisfy the equation. Therefore, we have the two equations as x bar plus 0.87 y bar is equal to 19.13 and the other equation is 0.5 x bar plus y bar is equal to 11.64. By solving these two equations, you are going to get the value of x bar to be 15.9348 and the value of y bar to be 3.6726. So that completes the first part of the question. Now to find the correlation coefficient, just consider the given equation. X is equal to minus 0.87y plus 19.13. Over here I have expressed x in terms of y, and the other equation is y is equal to minus 0.50x plus 11.64. Here I have expressed y in terms of x. Since x bar and y bar satisfies the given equation, therefore you have the two expressions to be x bar is equal to minus 0.87 y bar plus 19.13 and y bar is equal to minus 0.50 x bar plus 11.64. So just take the difference of it. So that you have x minus x bar is equal to minus 0.87 y minus y bar and y minus y bar is equal to minus 0.5 into x minus x bar. So the regression coefficient of x on y is minus 0.87 and the regression coefficient of y on x is minus 0.5. Then we know that the coefficient of correlation R is equal to the geometric mean of the regression coefficients. So over here it is equal to square root of minus 0.87 into minus 0.5, which is equal to minus 0.6595. The negative sign is taken since both the regression coefficients are negative here. Observe here the regression coefficient of x on y as well as the regression coefficient of y on x are negative here. Therefore, you have to choose the coefficient of correlation as negative. Okay. So that completes the problem. Next problem. Using the formula R is equal to sigma x square plus sigma y square minus sigma x minus y whole square divided by 2 sigma x sigma y, find R from the following data. So they are expecting you to find the coefficient of correlation using the given formula. So let z be equal to x minus y, so that z bar is equal to x bar minus y bar. Then the difference z minus z bar is equal to x minus x bar minus of y minus y bar. So z minus z bar, let me choose it as capital Z. X minus x bar, let me choose it as capital X, and y minus y bar as capital Y. So that I have capital Z is equal to capital X minus capital Y. Then x bar is equal to summation of x divided by n. So what is the value of n here? They have given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 data points. Therefore, the value of n over here is 10. So, sum of the values of x divided by 10, which is equal to 57. Therefore, the mean of x over here is 57. And the mean of y is equal to summation of y divided by 10, which is equal to 92. So, after computing x bar and y bar, compute capital X, capital Y and capital Z. What is capital X? Capital X is x minus x bar. X bar over here is 57. So, 21 minus 57 minus 36. 23 minus 57 minus 34. 30 minus 57 minus 27. 54 minus 57 minus 3 and so on. Similarly, capital Y is equal to y minus y bar, that is nothing but 60 minus 92 minus 32, 71 minus 92 minus 21, 72 minus 92 minus 20, 83 minus 92 minus 9 and so on. Okay. And the value of capital Z over here is x minus y, that is nothing but minus 36 plus 32, that is minus 4, minus 34 plus 21, that is minus 13, minus 27 plus 20 minus 7, minus 3 plus 9, that is 6, 0 minus 18, that is minus 18, 1 plus 8, 9, 15 minus 8, 7, 21 minus 0, 21, 30 minus 21, 9 and 33 minus 43, it is minus 10. Okay. So, after computing capital X, capital Y and capital Z, compute the summation of squares of capital X, which is equal to 5846, and the summation of squares of y, that is equal to 4688, and summation of squares of z, which is equal to 1346. Okay. So, after computing the summation of x square, summation y square and summation z square, compute standard deviation of x over here, which is equal to square root of summation of x square divided by n is 10, okay, which is equal to 24.1785, and sigma y is equal to summation of y square divided by n, which is equal to 21.6579. Sigma z, z is nothing but x minus y, so you have sigma z, which is equal to square root of summation of z square by n, that is equal to 11.6017. Now substituting the value of sigma x, sigma y and sigma z. Z is nothing but x minus y here. Okay. Substituting the standard deviations, the value of standard deviation in the formula, so that the coefficient of correlation R is equal to 0.8775. Okay. Next problem. If the coefficient of correlation between the two variables x and y is given by 0.5 and the acute angle between their lines of regression is tan inverse of 3 by 5, then show that 2 sigma x is equal to sigma y. Over here, they have given you the value of coefficient of correlation, that is 0.5, and the angle between the two regression lines, that is tan inverse of 3 by 5. So just write, given r is equal to 0.5 and theta is equal to tan inverse of 3 by 5. We know that tan theta is given by the equation tan theta is equal to 1 minus r square divided by r into sigma x sigma y divided by sigma x square plus sigma y square. So the value of tan theta over here is 3 by 5, that is equal to 1 minus 1 by 2 whole square divided by 1 by 2 into sigma x sigma y divided by sigma x square plus sigma y square. Just simplify it over here. On simplification, the equation reduces to the form 3 by 5 is equal to 3 by 2 into sigma x sigma y divided by sigma x square plus sigma y square. Just rearrange the terms so that you are going to get the equation of the form 2 sigma x square plus 2 sigma y square is equal to 5 into sigma x sigma y, which implies 2 sigma x square plus 2 sigma y square minus 5 sigma x sigma y is equal to 0. Just factorize this equation. On factorization, you are going to get the terms as 2 into sigma x minus sigma y into sigma x minus 2 sigma y is equal to 0. So equating one of the factor over here, that is 2 sigma x minus sigma y is equal to 0, you are going to get 2 into sigma x is equal to sigma y. So that completes the proof here. Find the two lines of regression and the coefficient of correlation for the data given below. The number of data points over here is 18. Summation of x is equal to 12. Summation of y is equal to 18. Sum of squares of x is equal to 60. Sum of squares of y is equal to 96. And the summation of x into y is equal to 48. We know that the lines of regressions are given by y minus y bar is equal to r into sigma y by sigma x into x minus x bar, and x minus x bar is given by r into sigma x by sigma y into y minus y bar. So in order to get the regression lines over here, I need to know the value of x bar, y bar, sigma x, sigma y, as well as the coefficient of correlation, isn't it? So let me find it one by one. X bar is equal to summation of the values of x divided by n. So sum of the values of x over here is 12. 12 by 18, which is equal to 2 by 3. And the summation of values of y divided by n is equal to y bar, which is equal to 18 by 18, that is equal to 1. Therefore, the value of y bar is equal to 1. Then sigma x square is given by the formula summation of x square divided by n minus x bar whole square. Sum of squares of x is given by 60. Okay. So 60 by 18 minus 2 by 3 whole square, which is equal to 26 by 9. Similarly, sigma y square is equal to summation of y square divided by n minus y bar whole square, which is equal to 96 by 18 minus 1 square, that is equal to 13 by 3. Okay. Then to calculate the coefficient of correlation, I am going to use the formula R is equal to n into sigma x by sigma xy minus sigma x into sigma y divided by square root of n into summation of x square minus summation of x whole square into n into summation of y square minus summation of y whole square. So just substitute the values over here and simplify it so that you are going to get the value of r to be equal to 0.5652. Okay. So from the previous slide, the value of r over here is 0.5652. Sigma x square is 26 by 9. Sigma y square is 13 by 3. X bar is 2 by 3 and y bar is 1. Therefore, the lines of regression is given by that is the line of regression of y on x is equal to y minus y bar is 1, that is equal to r 0.5652 into sigma y by sigma x, which is 1.2247 into x minus x bar is 2 by 3. Similarly, the line of regression of x on y is given by x minus 2 by 3 is equal to 0.5652 into sigma x by sigma y here. Okay. So the value over here is 0.816 into y minus 1. Just simplify the equation so that you are going to get the regression line of y on x as y is equal to 0.69x plus 1.46 and the regression line of x on y is x is equal to 0.46y plus 0.21. While calculating the correlation coefficient between the two variables x and y from 25 pairs of observation, the following results were obtained. The value of n is 25, summation of x is 125, summation of y is 100, summation of x square is 650, summation of y square is 460, summation of x into y is 508. Later, it was discovered at the time of checking that the pairs of the values 8, 12 and 6, 8 were copied down as 6, 14 and 8, 6. Obtain the correct value of correlation coefficient. Just make a note of it. Here, the two data points were copied down incorrectly and the incorrect data points are 6, 14 and 8, 6. Since the two data points are copied down incorrectly, there will be the change in the given summation values. Now let us see which of the given summation value changes by comparing the sum of the correct and the wrong data points. Computation for the wrong values and computation for the correct values. The wrong values over here are 6, 14 and 8, 6. Just take the sum of 6 and 8, it is 14 and the summation of y 14 plus 6 it is 20. And for the correct values are 8, 12 and 6, 8. Summation of x over here is 14 and summation of y is 20. That means there is no change in the given summation value because observe here the sum of the x value for the wrong data points as well as the summation of x value for the correct data points are equal. Therefore, there is no change in the given summation value. The summation x value over here is 125. Now observe the summation y value. The summation y value for the wrong data points is 20 and for the correct data points also it is 20, which indicates that there is no change in the given summation value of y also. The summation y value for the correct data points also it is 100. Next, observe the summation of x square value. The summation of x square value for the wrong data points it is 100, and for the correct data points also it is 100, which indicates that there is no change in the summation x square value for the correct data points as well as for the wrong data points. Okay, it remains unaltered. Now observe the summation of xy value. The summation of xy value for the wrong data points it is 132. For the correct data points it is 144. So what I am going to do is I am going to subtract 132 from 508 and add the correct value 144. Hence there will be the change in the summation xy value. Okay. Similarly, in the case of summation y square also, summation of y square for the wrong data points it is 232, and summation of y square for the correct data points it is 208. Hence, I am going to subtract 232 from 460, okay, and add 208. Okay. So there will be change in only summation y square value and summation x into y value. Hence the correct value of summation y square is 436 and the correct value of summation xy is 520. Therefore, the coefficient of correlation can be calculated using the formula R is equal to n into summation xy minus summation x into summation y divided by square root of n into summation x square minus summation x whole square into n into summation y square minus summation of y whole square. So substituting the values of the summation over here, therefore the coefficient of correlation for the correct data points it is given by 0.67. That completes the problem. Thank you.